Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping in. I am incredibly excited about this webinar. Now, I say that like I think before every single one of these that we do, but I'm especially excited about this because I'm joined by some of my favorite of my coworkers, people that I get to talk to every single day. So we don't want to keep you waiting. We see a lot of you are coming in from the waiting room. So let's just kick it off. John, I'm going to pass it to you. I'm going to start sharing my screen and we'll go from there. If you have any questions while we're presenting, if you hover over the bottom of your screen, you'll see a Q&A box. That's where you can type in all of your questions. We'll either answer it live, we'll type an answer back to you in the Q&A box, or if we don't get to it while we're presenting, we will follow up via email to make sure you get the information you need. Great. John, over to you. I'm going to start sharing my screen.
All right, perfect. Lauren, I appreciate that thorough and engaging and amazing intro as usual. Hey everybody, my name is Jon Belmonte. I'm the CEO of AutoVitals. I am really excited about the next hour because we get to talk, a lot about one of my favorite topics, product and innovation, and we get to be, pretty detailed. So in addition to giving you a little bit of our vision for what where the market is today, where the market is going, and then our role in that. We'll also give you lots of specifics on things we've been working on and things we're working on today and we have coming out into the future. So, let me step back real quick and tell you a little bit about how I view the independent automotive repair market. So many of you have heard us talk about this before. There's all kinds of things that could be challenging for the industry in general. You've got the move towards electric vehicles, which obviously, reduces the amount of mechanical repairs that are required for some folks. Lots less wear and tear on vehicles. You've got, shared mobility, which is, obviously technological advancement where, more people are taking Ubers or eventually, you'll have shared mobility with self-driving and automated tools. These are technology trends that could be making life more difficult for you as a shop owner or someone who works within this industry. The good news is there's a ton of other technology advancements that are, in my opinion, far outweighing some of the potential headwinds that you are facing or you might be facing in the future. Again, one of the most prevalent topics that we've talked about over the years is the challenge with recruiting and retaining staff, really great team members, particularly on the technician side and the mechanic side of things. Again, I think one of the things that we've seen is having a shop or having a center that is incredibly well run, that relies on technology and technology advancements in order to make it easier for for your employees to get their jobs done, have them get more work done, and ideally make more money and have more job stability. Those things are really great, and those are things that advanced technology like ours and other folks are able to enable within your shop. And then I guess lastly, look, there's another big trend within the market, and that has been the advancement of new technology players kind of over the last, let's call it 5 or 10 years. And then also advancements to folks who have been in this industry 10, 15, 20, 30 years. And look, most shops, and certainly all of our shops, are using two types of software, right? You're typically using what historically was called the point of sale, maybe is called a shop management system today. Help you. I mean, it's really nearly impossible today to run a shop without a point of sale or a shop management system. You've got to order and inventory those parts. You've got to tie into your labor guides. You've got to pay your people and collect your payments. I mean, all things that are integral to the basics of running a shop. What we're finding also is that most shops have also decided that they are going to layer in what we call a shop success solution or customer engagement tools, workflow automation, digital marketing tools. And while many of the shop management systems out there offer, real basic solutions for those, they're really pretty focused on the things that I mentioned before, parts ordering and inventory and collecting payments, time and labor guides, and a variety of other things like that. And, that's why you engage, well over 3,000 shops engage us and, probably 10,000 other shops engage other players like us for, really robust and more advanced digital vehicle inspections, right? Which will obviously drive up your ARO by helping your employees sell more, recommend more work, and sell more work to your customers. Customer engagement, tools to get your retention up, get more of your best customers back into your shop, and also help you attract, valuable new customers into your shop. And now that you have too much work to be able to handle with, your limited number of technicians and your limited number of bays, we've obviously got the most sophisticated workflow automation tools that will really streamline your operation and enable to really, kind of run your business and build your business on top of a technology solution like AutoVitals. So our job is to make sure that we're rolling out, uh, powerful, impactful, but easy to use technology and solutions so that you can get the shop success that you deserve and that you continue to decide to say, hey, I'm going to use my point of sale for, a bunch of those really important but basic services, and I'm going to really run my business on a platform like AutoVitals. So, I would tell you that I thought last year we did a great job of we rolled out a lot of really important product enhancements. We continue to maintain our super high level of quality and whatnot, but we really rolled out a bunch of new enhancements, some cool new features. 2026, I have to say, is going to blow away any year that we've had in recent memory in terms of innovation, cool new features that again will help you do the things that we were talking about. Artificial intelligence sounds kind of scary. I think you're going to learn a bit more about it on this call. Artificial intelligence is our friend, right? Artificial intelligence is going to help make our jobs easier, enable us to, and enable you to do an even better job for your customers, help keep them safer, and it'll just help continue to push along and streamline your operations. So let me tell you a little bit about our team, who we have on the call today. So as I mentioned before, my name is Jon. I am essentially overhead. I get to talk in the beginning of these meetings, but I don't get to deliver any of the really important information. And I think you'll understand why in a few minutes. So Jennifer Thronson, Chief Operating Officer, also as part of that, oversees all of our product operations and our product management team. Corey Berg, SVP of Technology, oversees. So Jen's team really defines what it is we're going to be building and how we're going to build it, what it's going to look like, how it's going to work, and defines a lot of the process and timelines around it. Corey's team is the engineers that are going to actually create all the code, deploy it all, maintain it all, and make sure it's running, as snappy as it needs to be. And then we've got the product management team. We've got Cole, Robert, Jenna, and Allie. Allie P, as I like to call her, and they're going to walk you through most of the functionality that we have coming up. And then Lauren Tunin, as you heard before, is our Director of Partners and Product Marketing. And honestly, in many regards, we all work for Lauren. So, and I feel lucky to say that. I will point out one of the things that I find really interesting about this team is that we actually have two folks with silent T's or sorry, silent H's in their last names. There you go. You can put that down in your trivia box if you're playing along at home. Okay, so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Jen Thronson, and she will run through 2025 in review, and then we'll get into the specifics of features and functionality we've been working on for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jon. So when we look back at 2025 in the rearview mirror, it's really clear how impactful AutoVitals was for a lot of our shop clients. So just a kind of quick by the numbers here, there were 49 million impressions on our clients' shop websites. and that created 7 million in revenue from those website visitors. So further, enhancing how important the websites are. Of course, that's continuing to grow, and we're really proud that AutoVitals was able to be a big part of that in 2025. Our shops also sent 2.9 million inspections through AutoVitals to their customers, ultimately leading to 3.1 billion in revenue generated by AutoVitals shops. And we'll go into a little bit about why that might be. Go to the next one. Great. So we also got a lot done on the product in 2025. Of course, more to come in 2026, which is probably why you're all here. But if we fly through some of the main things that we looked at in 2025, we did make a ton of improvements to our customer communications in general. That included new CRM messaging, so templates and landing pages, new workflow status notifications to customers, and then also added a lot of settings that would allow shops to customize the CRM messages quite a bit more. On the inspections front, we did launch our new inspection sheet builder with a lot more flexibility, easier management for multi-location shops. And at that same time, we made some mostly cosmetic changes to the inspection reports that you send to your customers. And then on the product usability front, we made some smaller updates that made it easier to search within AutoVitals in various areas, whether that was in settings or on a bunch of the main screens that you use day to day. We also made it even easier to contact AutoVitals team members so that you're getting the help from the correct person or team members as quickly as possible. Then when it comes to our shop management integrations, obviously a really key piece for all of our shop clients. We significantly improved the speed in which repair orders are getting into AutoVitals for many of them, and that work will continue into 2026. And we also launched our appointment sync with TechMetric to just further enhance that really great integration that we have with them. And then some of the non-glamorous stuff, but has to happen on the product stability and security front. We did make various updates to just support the platform and our overall security, as well as really some technical stuff just to make sure that stability is, as high as we can possibly make it. Great. That brings us to 2026, and then we'll turn it over to the team to go through some more specifics, but we're kind of looking at it through the lens of these three pillars. We are really focused on AI, so leveraging AI throughout the platform, enhance customer communication, automate things that team members are doing day to day. So you'll hear quite a bit about that today. A next generation CRM. So brand new CRM for AutoVitals is something that we're heavily focused on this year. That will include a lot more flexibility, a lot more features, a lot more segmentation, flexibility with templates, and of course, leveraging our friend AI there as well. But all kind of wrapped into this main theme of accelerated innovation. So we're very committed this year to new features, platform enhancements, and really significantly the speed in which we get those into your hands. Of course, a lot of those things are based on feedback from all of our folks that we talk to every day and our team members. So we're really excited for 2026 and a lot of the fun projects that we already have in the works. So with that, I think we are turning it over to Jon.
Excellent. All right. So as I'm talking, if you don't mind, watch the video or the little animated GIF here in the background. So today, as most folks know, our software is really built off of best practices in your shop. And our founder, Uwe Kleinschmidt, I mean, is a product and market visionary, and really set us up for a tremendous amount of success. And really set up clients for a tremendous amount of success in this regard. So today, what you do as a shop owner is you'll log into the BCP, or maybe you'll work with your dedicated customer success advisor. So, the person at AutoVitals who's responsible for your training and best practices and making sure you're getting the most out of the software. And you'll log into the BCP, you'll look at a bunch of reports. You'll have to come up with your own insights for the most part as to how the business is doing. Then you work either with your advisor or on your own on how you're going to improve the ways that you run the shop, the way you use our tools to run the shop. You come up with a bunch of training. So in the days of AI, you shouldn't have to do all of that on your own, or you shouldn't have to only rely on your CS advisor. So what you will be able to do is what you're seeing here in the screen. So, for most of you who are familiar with AI chatbots like OpenAI or Claude or others, it works like a typical chat. At the bottom, you'll see it says at Otto. You can type in a request. Hey, Otto, show me my data, these pieces of data for the last couple of months, and it'll produce it for you. Put it in a table, it'll put it in a chart, however you want to look at it. Then you can either go in and it will suggest paths to go down, right? Just like an advisor, just like you would with your team. It'll suggest paths to go down, such as, do you want to see all this data by employee? Do you want me to compare it over a bunch of time? Do you want me to give you some best practices for how you can improve a particular metric? And then it'll come back and it'll give you a bunch of those answers. And you can kind of go back and forth with it over time. So it'll retain your thread so that you're able to communicate with it and ask it questions about things that you were talking before. It's also what you would call multi-threaded. So it can also include your AutoVitals CS advisor in this thread. So they could go in, Steve Baker, if he's your guy, or Shelby Maggard, or whoever as your trainer can go in and say, Otto, produce this report, or remind the client of this fact, or something that a best practice, or give them a training plan for this. You could also loop in your employees if you wanted. So I think this demo gives you the ability. I mean, this is a live demo, so this from an internal standpoint, the product is working today and does essentially everything we need to do on it. We're about to move it into what we would call an alpha phase. So the alpha users, alpha is before beta. Alpha users will be our internal team. So for the next several months, we'll use this to produce weekly or monthly insights, recommendations, and share them and send them out to you, or help our advisors to prepare for their quarterly business reviews or check-ins with you. And then it's our goal that in Q2, you'll be able to access a tool like this directly. And not only will it be trained on the AutoVitals best practices, but we'll also give you a place to input and inform Otto, hey, this is how we like to run our shops. This is really important. Don't recommend something like this. Recommend this as a best practice. So it's kind of like an advisor, a customer success advisor / coach, all kind of wrapped into one. And this should be available to beta testers. So the initial clients at AutoVitals who want to test it out and use it and whatnot. We're super excited. I think part of the reason we started off showing this is we want to show our commitment to innovation, and as Jen said, commitment to leveraging artificial intelligence to help make your business more productive and more successful, and then also just continue to use technology to help you improve the operations, improve your profitability, and whatever your business goals are. Super excited about it, as you can tell.
All right, that brings it over to me. I'll be talking through some of the exciting new features that we're working on for digital vehicle inspections. Our goal in 2026 is to make your digital vehicle inspections more impactful than ever. So kind of keeping with the AI theme that we've been talking about the last couple of slides, one of our most exciting features that we are currently beta testing live with shops right now is what we're calling the AI-powered customer notes rewrite. What this does is it implements AI directly onto today's vehicle page where your customer notes are, and it allows you to transform technician notes that might be unclear or just have a couple of words describing what needs to be done and transform it into a customer-friendly professional note that will go directly onto your inspection report. So it's pretty non-invasive when you see it on the TVP. Above your text field for the customer notes, you'll have an AI button. When you click that button, the AI will run and it'll rewrite your note. And then it'll populate directly into that text field, the AI rewritten note. Ultimately, the discretion of what goes on the inspection report always lives with your service advisor. So from here, they can edit the text if they want to make some tweaks to what the AI note suggested. They can revert to the previous text. and they can actually rerun it again if they want to try for a different response. Just calling out a couple of things here with this. Customer notes can be written in multiple places. So this will be living on the inspection reports tab, the images notes editor, and the work order tab. And just something that's also worth pointing out is that the notes that you write on your inspection reports tab and your images and notes editor will look a little bit different from the work order tab. So we have taken that into account with some of the prompts that were given to help create the AI messages. Moving on to our next really exciting feature that we have in the works. This is what we're calling inspection quality scoring. So what this does is it basically automatically grades the quality of inspections that your technicians are completing. So comparing against AutoVitals performance benchmarks, every inspection completed by your technician will get a quality score. And for your service advisors directly on TVP, they'll be able to open up this quality score and see exactly why the technician got that score on their inspection, and then open up actionable insights into how they can improve that score. And in real time, if your service advisor goes back to the technician or themselves makes some of the recommendations, they'll see those live updates. So they'll be able to see the outcome of the actions that they're taking to make sure that the quality of the inspection is the best that it can possibly be. In addition to giving the service advisors insight into the quality of the technician's inspection, managers will be able to enable real-time alerts so that if at a certain threshold, the inspection quality is below what you're expecting as a shop manager, you can get alerts in real time to know what service advisor and what technician is sending an inspection that might not be up to your quality standards. This is a feature that we're slated to get at least into beta testing by Q1 and then out to broader development in Q2. And we're really excited to get this one out for all of you.
All right, my turn. So we are building a completely new CRM platform from scratch. So this is not an update or an enhancement, it's a fresh start. We've talked with shops to learn what works for them and what doesn't. So for this, you'll be able to create targeted campaigns. So targeting customers by service history, declined work, overdue maintenance, total spend. So you're not sending the same message to everyone. These lists or the targeted customer groups will update automatically based on customer transactions and visit behavior. So sending a reminder that you recommended this brake service to them weeks or months later, and they'll still need to get that done. So this will be based on their actual service data, and service reminders will be tied to real maintenance schedules. So different service types like oil changes versus brake work will have different timing built in, and the system will track when to follow up on those things for you. So with the automated follow-ups, those are based on events and customer visit behavior. So customer comes in, message goes out. So for things like thank yous after visits, birthday messages, declined service reminders, those are targeted campaigns that we just talked about. Those can be automated. System will track customers overdue, declined work from months ago, and customers who have also stopped coming in altogether. So you'll set up this automated message once, and then the system handles all of the timing and messaging from there. So you're sending the right message to that right group. And then for real-time ROI tracking, you'll see appointments booked, revenue generated. So information like this campaign resulted in 23 appointments scheduled and not just 100 people opened your email. So you'll know what's working and stop doing things that aren't. So you'll be able to focus on retention, reach out with something that actually is relevant to them, that brings them back, and also see things like which services get declined the most across different locations. So all of that information in one place, seeing that full picture. You can track that from the first message to the shop to a repeat customer, understand what brings them back, and the AutoVitals integration will pull in all of their service data automatically. So you'll be able to make decisions with complete information. And this will be built for growth. It's built to support one shop or multi-location shops or shops with multiple brands, and you'll be able to access all of that information in one place, the different shops and the different brands. So we're really looking forward to this new feature, and we're taking the time to build it right. So we're anticipating launching this in Q4 of 2026.
All right. Well, we're going to shift a little bit and talk about web. the website performance updates and templates and things like that that go into web design. In 2025, we launched a handful of new website templates, which is great, but we're planning on scaling that and doing several more this year. And one thing that I want to mention is that a template isn't just about a pretty looking website. It's not just cosmetic. It's the foundation for how your business, your shop shows up online, how quickly a customer can convert into a lead, whether it's by clicking an appointment button or making a phone call, and ultimately, how quickly can that customer decide, I trust this place. It should look pretty. It should reflect your brand to build credibility. Uh, but there's performance aspects to it as well too. And one of the challenges that we have in this industry is that a lot of customers show up with skepticism of auto repair when they don't know the business. So your website really has to reduce that doubt fast, and we can do that through things like a modern layout with clean font, consistent branding that's the same as what your marketing shows offline. It signals professionalism. We do that through showcasing where different elements of the website are. So things like reviews or certifications or warranty or these attributes that really make it clear to the customer that one, this shop, they're credible. I can see these images and I can see the team. I can see the facility. I drive by every day. I can see that they have positive reviews. I can see that they have a lot of certifications, and so they must know what they're doing. And I can see what to expect after the fact. So a lot of this goes into how we design templates and how they get presented to you as you're updating or building your website with our team here at AutoVitals. Additionally, the conversion funnel is important, like I said, but we have ways that we can ultimately customize the lookout of the look of the template so that it fits your brand and is different from other types of websites. The template is really just the structure and the base of your website. The customization that goes into it when building or updating it is what really makes it yours and makes it convert and makes the customer see your brand there. Um, All right. And then the next thing that we're working on, this one I'm really excited about, is optimization enhancements. And so to go on with the same theme that we've talked about in previous slides, we're building AI into our platform. And what that means is we're going to be utilizing AI to identify opportunities. We're going to be using AI to quickly create content around those opportunities and analyze the data of that those opportunities, the content, the performance, and everything. But it allows us to move really fast. It allows us to really uh, outpace your competitors, and it allows us to create a website that not only looks great, like the templates make it look great, but also has the content that your customers are looking for. It has the keywords, the locations, all the information that Google's going to look for to make that content rank, and it allows us to operate quickly and switch so that you're generating traffic based on those terms. You're generating engaged customers based on those terms, and you're also, after the fact, you're identifying how it's working and what the next opportunity should be. So.
Awesome. All right. Hey, everyone. So this year, the team is committed to bringing you guys multiple integration improvements, both with new strategic partnerships and also improving on our current integrations. Starting with NapaTrax. So here we're completely upgrading how AutoVitals connects with NapaTrax in Q2 of 2026, building on improvements we made at the tail end of 2025. The biggest change, when you create or update something in Trax, it will appear in AutoVitals within just a couple seconds versus waiting for minutes for that update. We also improved how complex work orders display. So multi-job tickets, nested parts, labor, charges, the grouping stays accurate. So bottom line here, faster operations, better data consistency, and AutoVitals just working seamlessly with Napa. Moving on down the list, Yes Prime. So our Yes Prime integration delivers a reliable two-way integration with Pace Shop Management System. So work orders, technician assignments, vehicle data all flow seamlessly between AutoVitals and Yes Prime, keeping both systems aligned and removing manual data entry. We recently launched this integration with a 20 plus location shop group and have experienced great results with them, making it an excellent choice for multi-shop groups looking for a great shop management system that integrates with AutoVitals. This integration is live now, serving shops that depend on Yes Prime, giving them full access to AutoVitals DVI and customer communication capabilities. Last but not least here, we're also enhancing our integrations with RO Writer, Mitchell One, and MaxTrax throughout 2026. These improvements will bring similar real-time data flow and better work order handling to shops using these platforms. We're committed to making our integrations work seamlessly, regardless of which platform you choose to run your business. So overall, thank you guys. Really looking forward to bringing these improvements to you guys throughout the year.
Cool. Back to me. So I'm going to go through a lot of the projects that we've already talked about, at least at a high level, and now we're going to cover the when piece of that. So some of those were covered on the previous slides and some were not. In Q1, we will be launching the AI-powered customer notes. So that's for the inspections and the work orders that Ali covered. We'll also launch a few smaller AI enhancements to the current CRM campaigns to make it a lot easier to create that verbiage and really optimize for performance. On the BCP front, we will be launching reports for multi-shop operators. So just some enhancements to a lot of the reports that are already there. And then the Yes Prime integration that Cole just covered. In Q2, we will have an update to our AutoVitals.x mobile application for technicians that will make it available in portrait or in landscape mode. So that will just better support people that are using smaller screens. We will have automated inspection scoring that Ali covered early in the presentation as well. So that is leveraging AI along with real-time alerts. The NapaTrax integration that Cole just touched on as well. So near real time, and then a couple enhancements to the handling of the job structures as well. New website templates and the launch of Otto that Jon chatted about earlier. So our AI chatbot friend. In Q3, some of the major things are the real-time and updated integrations with RO Writer, Mitchell, and MaxTrax. Some further enhancements to both website templates that will continue throughout the year, but the focus for the latter half will certainly be more around the content optimization and customization tools, both for shops and for internal users to make our websites even more effective. And then the big one in Q4 will be the full launch of our new CRM that Jenna chatted about. So with advanced segmentation and automations, leveraging AI, including appointments, phone systems, and robust reporting. So a lot to come there that I'm sure we will continue to cover in forums like this and via, interactions with the AutoVitals team and our blogs, Facebook group, and all of that fun stuff that you can follow along. And I think Lauren will also touch on how to sign up. There we go.
Yeah,
Great.
of course. Thank you guys for covering some of the new exciting features we have. You guys flew through those. You guys are so efficient. So without further ado, if you would like to sign up to beta test any of these features or join what we're calling the new feature waitlist, because of course these are going to be rolled out in phases among our clients, especially for some of these new features, please scan this QR code. Fill out your shop information. You'll be able to select which of the new features we discussed you are interested in. And then you will also be able to sign up to if you would like to be considered to beta test those features. We will reach out to you about what is entailed for beta testing. So if it comes 3 months from now and things have changed in your shop and you're not ready, all good. This is not a commitment that we're relying on you. We would love for you to beta test, and it's always helpful when we have as many shops as possible that are excited to do this. So please scan that QR code and sign up. If you're not able to scan the QR code for whatever reason, we will be sending a follow-up email with the recording of this presentation, as well as the direct link to sign up. So take a look at the email if you can't do it live. Additionally, we really want to get your guys' feedback on everything that was covered. So we do have some extra time after this. So we will be opening it up for Q&A. There's a few questions in the chat that we're going to answer live. So if you have not already, type any questions you have into that Q&A field on the bottom of your Zoom screen. Additionally, you can email us your feedback. That's marketing@autovitals.com. That will go directly to me, and then I will distribute with the product team. So this can be about the features that were discussed today. If you have specific feature requests or tech support issues, please continue to do those in platform and follow the normal process. That marketing@autovitals.com email is best for feedback about what's coming and what we covered today. Last but certainly not least, I am going to be posting polls in our Facebook group, the Digital Shop Talk Forum. So if you search that in Facebook, it's the Digital Shop Talk Forum by AutoVitals. I actually posted our first poll about some of our new features in there yesterday. So I will be having polls, open discussions. Really, we're going to be using that group as kind of like a sanity check because there's a lot of things that we can do with these new features. The question I asked yesterday was related to Otto and where we should embed that experience for you, whether it should be in the BCP, whether it should be on the TVP, do you want to interact with Otto via email, etc. So voting in those polls is a really great way to get your voice heard regarding these new features that are coming up. And if you have any questions, again, put them in the chat. Team, I'm going to start reading some of the questions that were asked, and I'll try to direct in my mind who I think should answer them. So I'll say, Jen, this question's for you, but feel free to redirect if I don't ask the right member of the team. So there was two questions regarding sending estimates along with the inspection sheets. Jen, I saw you typed an answer, but could you just tell us a little bit more about your answer there, just in case someone's not looking at the Q&A?
Yeah, they're kind of in the same vein, but a little bit different. So there was one question, will there ever be any type of estimate sending along with the inspection sheets? The answer there is a little bit nuanced because it depends on the shop management system that you are using. Generally, we don't have a plan for AutoVitals to like build and configure an estimate and allow you to send that from AutoVitals. But again, depending on the system that you're using, there are typically some nice workarounds. So I would suggest that you direct that question to your customer success advisor. I think the person that wrote this in was anonymous. For example, if you're on Shopware or Techmetric, they have a live link. And so there's a really quick and easy way to send both at the same time from either or both systems. If you are on Mitchell or something like that, there are again some workarounds where a lot of folks will download the PDF and then send it from AutoVitals. So it just kind of depends on your process and what you're doing today, what's optimal, and the customer success team will be the best team to answer that for you, depending on kind of all of those factors. I'll answer the next one too, that I think we're kind of grouping together. There's one that is, can the customer approve suggested work within the inspection? So send the inspection with their recommendations, allowing customers to basically say like, yes, do the cabin air filter, no, don't do my brakes, or I want to talk about it. Right now, as you know, most of those conversations are just happening via text message or email communication or even phone calls back and forth with customers. We more than likely, we don't have specific timing on it since we do have a lot of fun projects we're working on. More than likely will create the ability for someone to either approve all of it or say that they want to talk. But when it comes down to the specific recommendations, it is again a little bit more nuanced depending on your shop management system. So there will be more to come on that. I would urge you to again kind of chat with your customer success advisor about that one. To number one, get updates, and number two, just go a little bit more in depth because depending on your process, there might be kind of a quick way to accomplish that as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. I'm going to pass the next question to Ali, I believe. So Tyler asked, will the technicians see the AI notes or just the service advisor for the AI notes rewrite?
Yep. Two-prong answer on that one. Yes, if the service advisor rewrites the note with AI into the customer notes, the tech would be able to see that. But if you're asking more about can the tech actually use the AI to rewrite the note themselves in AVX, the answer is no, not yet. It would only be available for the service advisor in TVP.
Cool. Thanks, Ali. And if others have the same question as Tyler and would like the technician to be able to see it, just chat that in the Q&A as well about what you want. I know it's the Q&A field, but we're also going to export this as a way to gather your feedback on that. So thanks for answering, Ali. And if you have the same question as Tyler or would like the technicians to be able to rewrite it, please chat that in. Brian Betty asked about the phone integration, said like OctoRocket question mark. Jen, do you want to handle that or would you like me to take that?
Go for it.
Okay, great. So we are working with a couple providers to determine a integration with your shop's phone system. Really, the functionality that we are planning for is click to dial from AutoVitals. So being able to initiate a phone call from the TVP, as well as having integrated reporting. So where you're seeing your email and text history with the client, you can now also see phone conversation summary, as well as being able to access scorecards so you can coach your advisors on things like how to present the DVI, etc. We are in the very early phases of selecting a partner to do that with and really mapping out all of the requirements. So somewhat similar to OctoRocket in that you will be able to access that reporting and initiate calls from kind of your service advisor's home screen. But I'm not going to say it's going to be exactly like OctoRocket. So great question, Brian. Okay, we have a couple other questions here. Jody asked, is the AI on the inspection sheet strictly from technician notes, or can the AI review the photo and suggest notes as well? I'm just going to take that one because I'm already unmuted. Right now, we are specifically focusing on rewriting the technician notes. We will, once we get through, again, some of these other projects, scope out reviewing the photo and suggesting notes, but that is not currently planned for 2026. Good question though, Jody. Another question about the AI tech notes. Brian asked, will they be on the work order items, mainly for diagnosis? I believe Ali answered that already, that yes, we are planning to integrate it to the work order notes. I'm looking through these questions. If anyone else is seeing one that I'm not answering, feel free to jump in. Christy asked, the labor system rounds to the 10 spot. Is there a plan to utilize the 1 spot? Our inspections are 0.25 and it rounds to 0.30. Jen, I'm somewhat looking at you, but if anyone wants to jump in, I do not know the answer to that question.
I have questions in order to answer that. I'm not totally sure if I understand the question.
Okay, great. Chrissy, we will follow
Um,
up with you via email to get some more clarity on what you're looking for, and I'll loop in your
yeah.
customer success advisor as well to get that question answered. So great. Any last questions? I see a lot of people agreeing that it would be helpful for the tech to be able to see the AI notes, so we will definitely get that feedback in. No? Okay, it looks like we've answered pretty much all of the questions that are in the chat today. Again, if you have more questions, other feedback, please shoot us an email at marketing@autovitals.com. Additionally, like I said, vote in the upcoming polls. You can also add comments in the Facebook forum. That's going to be a great way for us to collaborate on these new features. And last but certainly not least, I first wanted to thank everyone that's on this call. I see a lot of our great loyal clients tuning into this. We really appreciate you working with AutoVitals and trusting us to be a partner in your business. We are really excited for 2026. We really believe that we're going to get a lot of impactful features delivered to you. A lot of exciting things are coming. So please stay tuned to our social media. Be checking our email from updates from AutoVitals so that you can get all of these features going in your shop as soon as they're available. Anyone else have any last final thoughts before we wrap this up?
No, just thank you, Lauren, for organizing this, and thanks to the product and technology team for sharing the information. And yeah, as you said, I think you summarized it perfectly. Really excited for 2026. It's going to be a hugely kick butt year, and for all of us, for you as clients and partners, and for us as a company. So let's go.
Let's go. Great. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Like I said, we'll be following up via email. So again, check your email for the recording, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies, share it with everyone. And then also make sure you sign up to indicate interest in features that we discussed. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.
Awesome.
Bye, guys. Thanks, everyone.